No?
Yep.
Oh, nocturnal non-involvement is largely due to omnipresent vicariousness. It is easier and presumably safer to live out nocturnal fantasies through science fiction, gothic romance, and the aforementioned spate of horror films. Vicarious outlets abound in every facet of popular culture, be they comic books, music, or parapsychology. Wherever the dark side of human experience can adapt to vicarious expressions, the real thing will be shelved. It has been observed that those who talk about sex the most do it the least. It is certain that the same principle applies in other areas. There is nothing morally wrong with vicariousness. Only when it compounds rather than relieves frustration is it harmful to a true individual. It helps when the vicarious one recognizes his own vicariousness, though no one else need be the wiser. Many of most esteemed businesses and professional people have built their entire reputations on carefully disguised vicariousness. There is a thin line between vicariousness and subliminal. Both are forms of substitution. The vicarious one substitutes another's life for his own. He lives off of someone else's identity. What he cannot or will not be, he finds in another person and assumes that role, usually in secret. When he becomes downright imitative, however, he is no longer vicarious and must sink or swim according to his ability for mimicry. Oh. One can't.
Did it again, y'all. What the hell? Hold on. Let's listen in.
And they don't care who they are.
Me neither, though. Oh my.
No, you don't.
Man's bisexual. Bong bong.
One can't be a wooden duck. Then, when the fox is coming, but be unable to fly away. We are plagued with an age of sameness because so many people are content to imitate a handful of basic types. Hence, a shortage of real characters. A character is not a creature of mediocrity, and even if he is imitative, his mimicry is so outlandish that he becomes a travesty. In today's society, people paradoxically desire safety, anonymity, and security on one hand, and lust for recognition, applause, and individuality on the other. As things have worked out, most live herd-like vicariously pretending to be someone else. The dilemma is not so much in the drone life of the herd, but in the limited selection of role models. Any costume party amplifies the last statement. Costume shops will tell you what vicarious role models are always in greater demand than others, when the protective lid is blown off for a masquerade. The insane are more likely to wear the shoes of their role models heavy-footed. That's why nut houses are likely havens for Napoleons, Jesus Christ, Hitlers, and in recent years, Lucifers. In between the herd person and the Napoleons are those who have worked their vicariousness into gratifying sublimation. Have you ever noticed how much plainclothes cops look and act like the ones on TV police shows? Which came first? The answer should be obvious.
Shh.
You should have got a broom and then lift up one of them, start tapping on their floor.
Goody Juice made it funny.
Okay. Life follows art. He only went halfway, though. People imitate a life which is an art form and artificially to begin with. In short, they are imitations of a fabrication, human redundancies. Sublimation in its purest form is often self-realized. A foot fetish becomes a shoe salesman, a necrophile, a mortician, a prostitute, a sociologist, a meddler into intimacies, a priest or psychiatrist, a racketeer, a legitimate businessman. The list grows quite long.
Let me translate for y'all. Niggas, bitches, trappers, hoes, sluts. What's that? A couple other ones?
Prostitutes, mortician,
that's hoes.
sociologists,
people that work with dead people, real smart motherfuckers, and
meddlers,
and nosy
priests,
motherfuckers, and
psychiatrists.
crazy niggas. Go.
The list grows quite long.
Long.
I knew a young guy who was studying to be a mortician many years ago.
Yes, it did.
People always got around to the question, after much verbal detouring,
Ha!
why do you want to be a mortician? The reply was, because I like to play with dead bodies.
Ah, that's
That
funny.
is what is known as pulling the rug out from under.
That wasn't funny.
But the theater itself seems to me so puny as against the hourly drama
Puny.
of life itself that for me, at least, it becomes an anticlimax.
No nuts. I got sick just hearing that. Go.
It has often been said, the world's a stage and we're all actors. Interpreted in its most ego-gratifying way, this maxim closely revels Sisyphus Crowley's every man and woman is a star. Reality, however, like the theater, is far less democratic in its central casting office. The world is a stage with few qualified as bona fide actors. Most are spear carriers, supporting players, in short, reactors. Although these players are necessary folks for the few true actors, even they must be selected with care. A mammoth spectacular employing a cast of thousands is not necessarily good any more than a world made better by overpopulation. The big trouble is, as Jimmy Durant used to say, everybody wants to get into the act. Satanism has done nothing to discourage the would-be fool to step on stage. It has left him at the mercy of the severest critics. His fellow creatures, he has no God smiling from the balcony and providing him with even a scant round of applause. No kindly deity will chuckle at his lousy jokes, nor nod approval at his histrionics. Thus, Satanism serves as the great separation process. Consequently, Satanism can be disastrous for those who see it as a shortcut to godmanship. I have often said that the popularity of occultism and the waning of orthodox religion can be attributed to the do-it-yourself God kid factor. Man feels he can control, at least in part, his own destiny, rather than the Greyhound bus deity doing the driving for him. As such, occultists in general and Satanists in particular place themselves on stage in a manner never before seen.